Good mornings are basically a Romanian deadlift where the bar is on your back instead of in your hands. So it's a great way to build up your squat and your deadlift. It's just a tricky exercise that can go wrong really quickly if you use incorrect technique. So you're gonna set up in a power rack and then put the bar on your back where you would for your squat. You can use a high bar position, low bar position, anywhere in between. So once I've got the bar on my back, I'm gonna walk it out and select my stance. You can go anywhere from your conventional deadlift stance, so very narrow, to your squat stance, so a bit wider, kind of anywhere in between. Now, the key here is to make sure that when I start my good morning, that I'm not starting by arching my back and tilting my pelvis forward. That's gonna put all the stress on my lower back. It's gonna remove a lot of the stress on my hips and my hamstrings. So I just wanna keep my pelvis neutral and then a little bit of bend in my knees and make sure that my hips are moving backwards at the start without excessively arching my back. So you see a lot of people arch really hard and arch into it, and that's all my lower back. If I keep my pelvis neutral and my knees a little, now I can keep that all in my hips and my hamstrings, and I can go down nice and low without my back rounding. So I'm gonna go as far as I can into it, much like I would with RDL, and just go as far as I can until I can't go any further without either my back rounding or my toes coming off the ground. Those are two of the common mistakes you see, forcing the range of motion and then lifting the toes off the ground. So I wanna sit back, full foot on the ground as far as I can without my back rounding, and then pop my hips through similar to what I would for a Romanian deadlift or a kettlebell swing. Now, besides controlling the range of motion and moving through your hips and not your lower back, another really important thing for good mornings is to get more out of less when it comes to weight on the bar. Excessively heavy good mornings, the risk is much higher than the reward, so use lighter weights, err on the side of higher reps typically, and make sure that you're feeling it in the right place. Good mornings, if you go too heavy, typically go straight to your lower back and form